Now, Friday Night Blitz on KEZI 9 News.
We're the Grand Generals, and you're watching the Friday Night Blitz.
Welcome to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Jake Sivan. She is Kristen Rogers. It's the first night of the playoffs across the state in every division from the big schools down to the small.
And it's also the first night for us as well here at KEZI 9 News. They debut of our newest member of our team.
That is right. It is Sky 9 taking beautiful shots high above Dennis Ludwig Stadium at Sheldon High tonight. Sky 9 is our newest way to shoot games, tell stories. You won't just see it out at high school football games. We'll use it extensively in our news department as well. It is very cool. And it got to see a good game for its first ever day out on the town. 4-seed Sheldon hosting Canby. Cougars knocked Sheldon out of the playoffs last year in the first quarter. Kellen Strom touchdown makes it 14-6 Irish. It's 14-14 before halftime. Logan Comer puts the Irish on top 20-14 at the half. Extra point was no good. This is the first drive of the third quarter. Canby inside the 10, going for it on 4th and goal. Stopped short. So it's Sheldon ball, and 2 plays later from his own 4-yard line, Kellen Strom keeping and bursting into the open field. Turns on the Jets. No one will catch that man in the open field. 96-yard touchdown for Kellen Strom. He ran for over 300 yards today. Irish go up 27-14, win 34-14. Sheldon will play Oregon City next week.
Last year's 5A champ West Albany playing its first 6A playoff game as the 16 seed at home against Grant. Grant up 6-0 going into the second. West Albany with the ball. Handoff to Cordell Moore, and he'll run it in. Bulldogs take the lead with 2-point conversion, 8-6. Sam Davis punting for Grant, and Luke LaChapelle blocks it. It's loose in the end zone. Everyone trying to get a hand on the ball there. West Albany would get the ball and the safety up 10-6. Ensuing possession for West Albany. Handoff to Moore again, and he'll run for Moore. 35-yard run and the touchdown. Bulldogs extend their lead, and that would be their final score, 16-6. West Albany wins and will play #1 seed Central Catholic next week.
That is a tough matchup for West A, and a little bit of foreshadowing. We'll show you the Central Catholic Thurston game in a moment. But now we're going to the Choppa, 28 seed Roseburg trying to keep its season alive at Sherwood. Sherwood up big in the second quarter and getting some more. Zach Taylor with the touchdown, 41 yards. It's 35-6. The other side of the ball for the Bowmen, steady like always. Taylor doing it on defense as well. A blindside sack on Noah Avery. Roseburg just trying to get something going. Lane Van Anroy finds a hole. A nice pickup of about 20, but Roseburg couldn't get any points out of that. Sherwood dominant ends Roseburg's season with a 56-13 win.
Thurston was the last team in this year's playoff. Colts up in Portland against top-seeded Central Catholic. Nice picture of the moon there. Rams with a 42-0 lead in the third quarter. Cameron Scarlett, his line will be too strong. Elusive touchdown, 49-0. Thurston trying for something positive in their final game. Johnny Contreras to Cade Morton, who makes a fantastic catch. It led to a touchdown, but the top-ranked Rams roll 70-19.
Fresh off winning its first Midwestern League title since the Lyndon Johnson administration, the Springfield Millers headed into tonight's 5A first-round playoff as the #3 seed. And first up for the Millers, the Parkrose Broncos out of Portland. It's Miller time on a cool night at Silky Field. Parkrose Jonathan Boland will find Vincent Vi, best name of the night, Vincent Vi. First score of the game for the Broncos makes it 7-6 Springfield. Miller's Trevor Watson doing what he does best, putting up points, finds Daniel Wilson for a touchdown. It's 13-6 Springfield. Another touchdown from Trevor Watson, this time finding the sophomore Nicholas Assam. It's 19-6 Springfield in the third quarter. This is actually a pretty tight game. It's a one-score game when Daniel Wilson in the fourth quarter takes it in after juking around a few Bronco defenders. Makes it 26-14 Millers late, and that was the final score. Springfield moves on to play Wilsonville in the quarterfinals.
8th seed Marist taking on Summit and their OC, former NFL great Drew Bledsoe. Spartans down 8-0 early in the first. Quinn Cota passes downfield to a wide open Dustin Jones-Phillips. Nothing but open field in front of him. 85-yard run touchdown pass. Marist down 8-7 after the 2-point conversion failed. but Marist would take the lead in the second, now up 14-8. Coda back to pass hits Austin Tyner, who makes the great grab. Another Spartan touchdown. They lead 28-16 at the half. And the Storm would storm back in the second half. Marist now leading 35-29, less than 2 minutes to go. John Bledsoe, son of Drew Bledsoe, picked off by Dylan Parsons to seal the victory. Marist would score in garbage time. They win 41-29. The Spartans go on to play the Spartans. How about this? 16th seeded Corvallis upset number 1 seed Mountain View 42-28 up in Bend. Corvallis will play Marist next week.
Crescent Valley trying to use the lucky 13 seed, hoping to upset Liberty. In the first quarter, Tolanoa Hofunga, the freshman, keeps it for a touchdown for the Raiders. And this is a close game. It's a 2-score game in the third quarter. Matt Gilmore takes it in to make it a 1-score game heading into the fourth quarter. It was 21-14, but the fourth quarter was all Liberty. Kobe Alvarado, a long run for a touchdown. Liberty goes on to beat the Raiders 35-14. This is the first time ever in the second round of the playoffs for Liberty.
Checking out 4A, starting with 2-seed North Bend taking down LeGrand. Big time, 71-22. Bulldogs move on to play the winner of South Umpqua and Philomath.
And let's head to that game. The Lancers taking on the Warriors at Corvallis High. South Umpqua up 43-7 in the third. Eric Johnson to Sean Rigsby for the touchdown. Lancers go up 50-7 coming on the road, coming up I-5 and just rolling. Philomath desperate to get some points on the board. Isaac Manning scores a touchdown, but it's 50-14. And later in the quarter, the Lancers, Matt Kennedy through the defense for the touchdown and the dagger. The Lancers just roll 57-14, but a tall task next week. North Bend awaits in the quarterfinals.
Skyam champs Junction City at home tonight against the Cowboys of Crook County. 2 minutes into the third quarter, it's 13-0. Tigers running their triple option. Mason Araga runs up the middle for the 25-yard touchdown, making it 19-0. Jump ahead to the last half of the fourth quarter. Cowboys looking to get on the board here, and Blake Bartles makes a 15-yard pass to Ryder Schinkel, who makes the touchdown. They went on to make the conversion, but ultimately lost with Junction City 19-8. JC moves on to the quarters against Sisters or Gladstone.
Sweet Home beat Elmira to make it to the round of 16, playing at 6-seeded Phoenix tonight. Phoenix in the first quarter, Tristan Hay gets the ball, runs up the field for a touchdown, makes it 7-0. In the third quarter, Huskies down 17-7. Brandon Keenan takes the handoff, and he takes off, avoiding the Phoenix defense, and he makes it a 3-point game. It's 17-14. Still in the third, Pirates knocking on the door. Huskies punch it in from inside the 1-yard line. The Pirates rather punch it in to go up 24-14. And Phoenix wins 31-21. Sweet Home season is over. Tomorrow, Sayusla will play Mazama over in Klamath Falls for a chance to meet Phoenix in the quarterfinals. Coming up after the break, much more playoff action from around the state. 3A, 2A, 1A coming up when we come back.
Welcome back to Friday Night Blitz on KEZI 9 News.
It has been 3 years since those Santiam Christian Eagles won the 3A state championship. Who can forget Jeff Hendricks' game-winning field goal? Now Hendricks starring on the Beaver baseball team. That was awesome, and Santiam Christian having an awesome season again. Undefeated in the regular season, the top seed in this year's playoffs in 3A, poised to make another run.
First up on their way to another title, a home game tonight against Salem Academy.
Eagles taking on the Crusaders. No score in the first quarter. Tanner Butler will get into the end zone, and the Eagles go up 7-0. SC's ball again later in the first. Hendricks running the show. It's common at Santiam Christian, but he's picked off by Rylan Stamback, and the Crusaders with a pick six go for two, get it, and take an 8-7 lead. Still in the first, Eagles settle down and figure things out. Parker Stutzman, short touchdown. Santiam Christian retakes the lead. Eagles go on to crush the Crusaders 57-14. So the Eagles will host 8-seeded Scio next week. The Loggers took down our producer Joe Hathaway's Taft Tigers 52-34 tonight. Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. Mountain Valley champs Harrisburg in a showdown against Rainier. End of the first quarter. And Tel Jones looking for his receiver from the 20-yard line. Sends it off to Hunter Sheldon, who puts the first points on the board over the Columbians. Jump ahead to the final few minutes of the second quarter. Tel Jones quickly finds his man. Hunter Knox stiff arms, jukes from a second Rainier defender and runs it all the way in for a 60-yard touchdown. And it didn't stop there. Harrisburg goes on to win 35-0. Harrisburg moves on to the quarters against Illinois Valley or Dayton.
That is a Sunday Sports Extra nominee for sure. Beautiful moon out there tonight. We saw it from the chopper up in Portland. This is Pleasant Hill and defending state champ Cascade Christian. First quarter, Alec First hands off to Dante Olson to touchdown. Billies go down 7-0. In the third quarter, Alec First looking for a hole finds Jacob Hopes in the end zone. Pleasant Hill down 14-0, and Pleasant Hill's season comes to an end with a 21-0 loss to the defending champs. 10-seeded Coquille traveling all the way to the Idaho border to play at Vail. The winner will take on Cascade Christian. They need some time to get out there, so that game will be tomorrow.
Looking at 2A tonight, Oakland takes down the Boomers of Toledo 25-18. Oakers move on to the quarters against Napa. A lot of 2A games tomorrow. Central Lynn at home against Weston McGowan Griswold. Sounds like a law firm. Oak Ridge down at Gold Beach at 2, and Myrtle Point over in Eastern Oregon to take on Hefner.
I'd let them handle any of my legal matters. Second year in a row, Lowell with the top seed in 1A. Runners up last year, Red Devils on a mission this year, starting with Condon Wheeler. First quarter, no score. Alex Norris runs it in, puts the Devils on the board. 8-0. Later in the first and 10 for Luke Kinnaman, and a speedy run right side makes it 16-0. This is the team last year that set the national scoring record, most points ever in a season for a football team, and right back this year in the playoffs, putting up lots of points. Second quarter, 24-0. Make it 32-0. The dive into the end zone from Norris. The Devils continue to their run. Took it a little easy in the second half. Win 54-8. Will play Sherman next week.
Other 1A games tonight, Yoncalla beats Days Creek 66-60. In overtime, Eagles move on to play either Ione or Adrian North Douglas at Dufur. Some good games tomorrow. Camas Valley at home against Pine Eagle, and Triangle Lake Way over east in Harney County to play Crane. Winner of each game will play each other in the quarterfinals.